Hello dear students, today we are going to deal with hydraulic and hydrosphere. Succession in water bodies like ponds, lakes or saline water bodies, this is known as hydraulic. And all the different stages through which this succession takes place, this is known as hydrosphere. If it takes place in freshwater bodies like ponds or lakes, or holosphere if it takes place in saline water bodies. Okay. Right in the image, you can see how succession proceeds in aquatic ecosystems. You can see, first of all, you are having a water body which has formed recently. And after some time, some plants appear on the surface of this water body, okay? And they are known as phytoplanktons. And these plants include diatoms, green algae, blue-green algae. These are eaten by zooplanktons, which are animals. And when both zooplanktons and phytoplanktons they die and decompose, they add humus, okay? They add soil to the bottom, and this makes conditions favorable for the next coming plant community, which is known as rooted submerged stage. Now you have rooted submerged plants. And when these rooted submerged plants they die and decompose, they add more soil to the bottom, which makes conditions favorable for the next coming plant community, which is known as rooted floating stage. Now you have rooted floating plants, those plants which are rooted in the bottom and their leaves are floating on the surface of water. And when these plants they die and decompose, they add more organic matter, they add more soil to the bottom, which makes conditions favorable for the next coming plant community, which is known as reed swamp stage. And in this stage only those plants are able to live which are adapted to live in shallow waters, okay, which are adapted to live in shallow waters. And these plants they transpire excessively, which decreases the concentration of water. And furthermore, their death and decomposition, it leads to the accumulation of more organic matter, more soil formation takes place, and the conditions become favorable for the next coming plant community, which is known as sedge marsh or meadow stage, okay. And in this stage only those plants are able to live which are adapted to live in marshy soils. Marshes are actually the intermediate areas. These are the transitional areas between aquatic ecosystems and terrestrial ecosystems, and their death and decomposition and transpiration, they both add organic matter and soil, and they also decrease the concentration of water. And this makes conditions favorable for the next coming plant community, which is known as woodland stage. And finally the woodland stage is replaced by the climax stage or the forest stage, and this forest stage does not change further because it is quite stable and is in equilibrium with the existing environmental conditions of the area, okay. In the next few slides we will study in detail the different stages that occur during succession in water. First of all, you are having the phytoplankton stage. These phytoplanktons they are actually passively floating and drifting plants. They form the pioneers and is composed of blue-green algae, green algae and diatoms, which are consumed by zooplanktons. And when these zooplanktons and phytoplanktons they die and decompose, they form a thin humus layer which results in the formation of soil. And this humus makes conditions, this soil makes conditions favorable for the next coming plant community, which are submerged plants, okay. Now you have the submerged stage, and these submerged plants they may or may not have roots, okay. And the examples are Hydrilla, Vallisneria and Potamogeton. And once these plants they die and decompose, they add more organic matter content, they form more soil, which makes conditions favorable for the next coming plant community, which is known as floating stage. In the floating stage, the depth of the water body has been reduced to a considerable degree, and this makes conditions favorable for the floating plants. And the floating stage is represented by two categories of plants. Those plants which are rooted in the bottom and have floating leaves, examples are Trappa, Nelumbo and Nymphia. And besides this, there are some other plants, for example, Wolfia, Azolla, Lemna. They remain free floating on the surface of water. And the decomposition of this stage and the decomposition of these plants, they add more organic matter, more soil formation takes place, which makes a better substratum for the next coming plant community, which is known as reed swamp stage. At this stage, the depth of the water body has been reduced to 1 to 2 feet, and this makes conditions more favorable for invasion by the amphibious plants. Okay, and these amphibious plants, they are rooted in the mud, and some parts of these plants they merge out. इसका मतलब ये है that a fraction of the plant body it remains underwater and another part remains above the surface of water. And these plants they transpire excessively, which decreases the concentration of water, and besides this they also add organic matter content, they also add more soil to the bottom, and the examples are Phragmites, Typha and Polygonum. That means their death and decomposition, it adds more organic matter, it adds more soil to the bottom of the water body. Okay, and once you have enough soil, the conditions are favorable for the next coming plant community, which is known as sedge meadow stage or sedge marsh stage. Okay, now the water has been reduced to such an extent that only those plants can survive which are able to live in marshes. Okay, for example, carex, cypress and juncus. And these plants, they also transpire excessively, soil becomes more dry. Okay, and when soil becomes more dry, the previous plants, they are not able to survive, only the sedges can survive. Okay, याद रखना बेटा, these plants, that means carex, cypress and juncus, they transpire excessively, and when they transpire excessively, the soil becomes more dry, and hence the previous plant category cannot live, amphibious plants cannot live, phragmites cannot live, typha cannot live, polygonum cannot live. Okay, and when these carex, cypress and juncus plants, they die and decompose, they add more humus, they add more soil to the water this place. Okay, and the substratum becomes more favorable for the next coming plant community, which is woodland stage. Okay, in the woodland stage, the area is invaded by rhizomatous woody plants, and these woody plants, they survive in waterlogged soil and bright light conditions. Okay, now you have woodland stage, and this woodland stage is represented by rhizomatous woody plants. These plants are able to survive in waterlogged soils and bright light conditions. Examples are Silex, Populus and Ulmus. Okay, and these plants also add more organic matter, they add humus to the area, and this addition of more humus, it makes conditions more favorable for the next coming plant community, which is the forest stage or the climax stage. Okay, and this forest stage is the climax community, it does not change further, and it performs according to the climatic conditions of the area, and this stage is represented by Quercus, Fraxinus, Acer, Ulmus, etc. This is all about the different stages that occur when succession takes place in aquatic ecosystems, and this is all about Xerosphere. Thank you and God bless you all.